Hi, it's Karen with Sacred Quilt, and today I'm very excited for you to meet the makers of the Best in Show quilt from the Desert Quilters of Nevada recent show in March. And they're going to talk with us about their design process, their color choices, how they decide to quilt it. The mom is Judy Dale, and she made this quilt with her daughter, Vicki Rubel. Vicki Rubel is the owner of Orchid Owl here in Las Vegas, and it's a shop specifically for long arm services. Here they are. Okay. Hey, I'm here today with Judy Dale and with Vicki Rubel, and they are the makers of the Best in Show quilt at Desert Quilters of Las Vegas. And Judy, I understand that you designed the quilt, and so I'm just wondering what your inspiration was and how you came up with this.
Well, mostly Vicki called and said, we need a show quilt. So I sat down and started in EQ8 and started designing and went through several before I ended up with this one. And so I got everything the way I wanted it. And then she usually does the color. And I sent it to her and I said, what do you think? And she said, yep. She liked it.
Yep. And how long ago was that?
Do you know?
Maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a while because
Yeah.
it sat at the shop for about 3 years, not quilted.
So it wasn't last July.
No, this has been a while in the making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it took me a little while to get it made.
Yeah.
Because it was a little different than what I normally do. It was paper pieced, and so it did take a little bit.
Is all of it paper piece or?
I think you
Yeah, pretty much. And there's
was this part too.
this maybe wasn't.
All of these.
All of this is, and all of this.
And then there were Y seams.
Yeah, there was a lot of Y seams. So
yeah, that's why she does the piecing and I do the quilting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then you came up with the color.
Yeah, we colored it one time and then ordered all of the fabric.
We did.
And then got it in, and I was like, this is terrible. So we started completely over because none of the colors really looked good together in real life.
It came to my house.
Yeah.
And I looked at them and I thought,
this is bad.
this is not good. So I sent her a picture and I go, what do you think? I think both of us was a little leery to say,
I hate it.
We hate it because we ordered all the fabric.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So then we started over.
And then we ordered little samples. And because I was like, well, I don't want to order yards and yards of fabric again if we're going to hate the color. So then we just went to some store on the internet and ordered little samples.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, yeah, I like these.
Yeah.
So then we ordered all the fabrics. Yeah.
Was it always in the warm color family, or was it like?
Well, the first rendition was like highlighter yellow with some pink and aqua and some like gold, but the colors just didn't play well together.
No.
So yeah, because I love hot pink, aqua, mustard, but the colors we picked were just not good together.
Yeah, they weren't good.
Yeah. So we started over.
I was afraid to say, I really don't like this, but she didn't like it either, so that was a good thing.
Good.
So it was easy. And we started over.
And then, so once you got it all together, well, first question, is it appliqued onto the background?
No,
it's all piece.
It's all pieced.
All right, and the background is pieced too, yes or no?
Like, so this from here, this is the center.
I see that.
And then this is all border. So there's a 12-inch border on it, which was not original.
Okay.
So the original quilt had, I think it was maybe a 5-inch border.
Something, yeah.
And when I started kind of playing around with how I wanted to quilt it, it's like, this isn't big enough. So I texted her and I said, I'm going to have to take the border off and put a bigger one on. So then I ripped that off and put a 12-inch border on it. And I thought, well,
I'll just cut it down when I'm done, because I really figured I'd only use about 8 to 10 inches of it, and then I ended up using all of it.
Yeah.
So I needed a lot of space to be able to do all the different designs out here, and so it just stayed bigger than what we originally planned.
And when you quilted it, did you do a schematic? Like I saw you have a schematic in the shop for another quilt.
Yeah,
You did the same
I
thing?
did for this one, because I had to figure out the math for how it was all going to fit. And so I actually started with, I had a little paper template for the little diamonds for this section,
Yes.
so that I could draw each one exactly the same. And then I started with that, and then I kind of just built the design around that. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
It is just
Thank you.
amazing.
And then I like to throw in little things that people can look for. So like on these sections, instead of matching the thread color, I did pink on the orange and orange on the pink. And then in the outer sections where we did these little guys, I did the same thread colors to mimic the center star. So I try to pull elements from the piecing and bring that into the quilting too. And yeah, so
Yeah, I love how you see the color of the quilting outside. Of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
center.
yeah.
It really is different.
Yeah. And then when I did this one, so I used the center star to help me figure out the quilting in the background, because I drew long diagonal lines all the way through the points. And that's what this, so that's how those line up perfect,
Yeah.
because it's all based off of those 8 lines.
And do you mark anything on the quilt?
Oh yeah. It was, the entire border was drawn on with blue marker.
Okay.
So it was, yeah, it was entirely covered.
And have you washed it yet?
No, I don't wash the show quilts, but then after they're quilted, I spray it down really good so it was drenched in water at the shop when I block it, and then I let it dry overnight. And I had to spritz it 2 or 3 times to make sure all the marks were out, because sometimes they'll come back a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get that through?
But usually after you spritz it the first time, if it comes back and then you spritz it again, then you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so who gets it now? Mom or daughter?
Well, she'll have it at least for a while.
Yeah, because we want to enter other shows.
Other shows.
Like it's going to go to the St. George show, the Southwest Quilt, whatever it is.
How about Houston?
Yeah. We'll probably try to enter it in all the shows that we can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If
I
one of the
know.
grandkids was here, one of them would be hollering, I get dibs.
Oh yeah, who would that be?
They do
Hannah.
that all the time.
Hannah
That
would
would
do
be
it.
her daughter.
My daughter. She's the culprit.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many grandkids?
6.
Okay.
Yep.
And each family has a boy and a girl.
Oh, nice.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we do, don't we?
Yeah.
Very nice. And they all have quilts, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Quilted with.
She just did a quilted cardigan for my nephew. So
Yeah.
and she did a quilted coat for
Yeah.
Hannah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Been making quilted coats.
They're all pretty spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
In a good
A little
way.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is just wonderful.
Thank
you.
you.
So much.
Thank
is there
you.
anything else I need to know about it?
It was a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, honestly, I had it loaded on my long arm probably over a 3-month period, which is a long time for me. But I kind of struggled with how I was going to quilt it and exactly what I wanted to do, so I just took my time with it.
I generally, like, since there's so many colors and they have to be exact or it's not going to be right,
Yeah.
I make like little baggies and put pieces. And I did that the whole top of I have a sewing cabinet and it was full, and I sent her a picture and I said, what do you think of this mess? Yeah, it was a little scary to look at, but
Yeah,
that makes it easier when you're putting it together.
to stay
Yeah.
organized.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the purple and green one in QuiltCon last year.
Yeah, the 95.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who thought of that one? You.
Yeah.
I designed that one.
Yeah.
She figured out how to piece it, and I think she cussed me out a little bit because apparently when
She-
I sent her,
She sent me the pattern, and generally we do 1/4 inch.
Yes.
Well, this pattern had 1/16 16th. And I thought, no, we're not, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So I got in the program and did a little change. It didn't change the pattern, but it changed the overall how it was going to go together. Plus, there was a lot of angles on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a fun one.
But you did a good job.
Yeah. It went together just fine.
Okay, and who sewed it?
I did.
She does all the piecing.
Yeah.
I don't do piecing.
Yeah.
But you did the piece. No, she did the piece.
Yeah.
On this one, yeah.
Yeah, I did this.
I'm not a piecer.
No.
Well,
No.
thank you both so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
Everybody has stopped and admired it, and it's really a nice addition to our show. And how great that we get to see it first.
Thank you.
Pretty amazing, huh? Thanks for watching. You can pick up a copy of my book, The UFO Cure, on sacredquilt.com. Like the channel, subscribe, and remember, everyone can finish a quilt, even you.